Hello, hello. Hello, hello again, Tom.
Hello.
By the way, have you seen our recording last week? Have you seen? Have you watched?
Not. I haven't yet because you published it just a moment
Yesterday.
ago. Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yes.
Yesterday.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think it's very useful. It's very good for us to rewatch the recordings because we
Mm-mm.
can improve
We can
this way.
catch up our mistakes.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
I mispronounce or maybe my grammar or yes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, me too. I always watch our conversation at the end of our session. But
Hmm.
this week I am so busy because it's Thanksgiving Day here in Korea. So I just uploaded yesterday.
Hmm. I can see that you are a little tired. Yeah. It is visible. It is visible. You are overworked a little, I think.
Yeah, and also today I have done so many homeworks
Hmm.
on my online classes. So it's pretty tired. I need massage anyway.
Hmm.
Oh.
Me too. I am a little overwhelmed. I have taken too much these English activities on my shoulders, and it feels to me kind of strange that I am not fulfilling all these things which I should do, and that gives
Mm.
me feeling of not being satisfied completely, even though I am doing a lot of things, but not all of them. So,
Mm, mm, mm,
like Stephanie challenge, I am not into this challenge completely because it's too much for me.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Because I also have a lot of online classes, and yeah, I feel like I'm just wasting money buying those courses, subscription, and then I don't really do my
Mhm.
tasks. I don't really study. So after this one challenge, Stephanie, maybe I need some time. I need
Mhm.
to focus my pronunciation at the same time our group, and also I'm also planning to buy another course that is AG Hodge because I really love
Ah,
his teaching method.
but there is a lot of free stuff by him online. Isn't it enough?
Yeah, I think so. I think I have to study just online because also you can study on YouTube. There are a lot of bunch of videos that you can study with. I think I don't need to buy. You're
Mhm.
wasting money anyway.
Yeah, yeah. I observed that
Well, well.
it is very easy to practice by yourself, but it needs consistency and needs determination, a lot of determination, because these challenges makes us to be more consistent because we pay for it, and
Mm,
that motivates us to be there on time.
mm, mm.
But if we are consistent, we can do it ourselves. And
Yes.
for example, reading for a half an hour each day, reading aloud, it gives, I think, a lot. And
Mm,
recording each day the same text for 1 week, and improving each time. It could give us a lot also. You
yeah.
don't need to take a
If
paid courses.
I totally agree with you. If you are very what's this consistent learner and independent learner, you can study by yourself. You can do research all in online or in the internet, Google search. You can study by yourself anyway. You don't need to buy any courses. If you are
Mhm.
very independent learner, there are a bunch of videos you can watch on YouTube, free lessons, and all those. Whenever you don't know, you can research anyway. So
Mhm.
because if you are always depending teacher that always pushing you to do this, then you won't become a independent learner. You always depend teacher, or you always need someone who praise you.
Mm,
But if you really want to study by yourself, you can do it anyway. You can
mm,
improve by yourself. Yeah,
yeah.
start as an independent learner.
It all depends on the character of a person, because some person likes to work in teams with other people, and other person likes to do the work independently by themselves. And for me, it is like that, that I don't like to work in teams because I am dependent on the other people, and they are sometimes late or sometimes doing not a great job. And I prefer to do all the work by myself, because I I think it is more efficient and more and quicker. But some people prefer to join other people because it gives them, I think, it gives them much motivation, because they cannot motivate themselves to be consistent enough.
Exactly,
And
because if you also uh, studying by yourself, you feel like nobody notice your what's that achievement. So you feel like you are lonely. So if you're
mhm,
working or studying with a team, someone notice your achievement and praise you and congratulate you, then it
mm,
helps you to motivate more.
yeah. And I think that these meetings one-to-one, like we met last week with Vidal, they are great also, because we can improve a lot by choosing the topic and training together some grammar or some phrases or some.
Mm.
What do you think, Vidal, about it?
Yeah, I was hearing you talking, and I agree with the majority of things you've told. For example, you don't need to pay a quantity or amount of money to improve your English. It's, it only lies on your persistence, your discipline, because if we mix discipline plus talent, that becomes something great, something wonderful, something astonishing. And I think these kind of groups and meetings are an example from
Mhm.
of that, because we have to be independent learners. I got a test in the page that which link I posted in the recent days, Sensations English, which is kind of British English, but there is a section in which you can test yourself. And casually, I was named by the page independent learner in the
Mhm.
B2 level. I was expecting a better level, of course, but anyway, anyway, it was kind of interesting that taking that test, and they put me on that category, independent learner.
You
That
know
means
this.
we have the capacity of learning by ourselves.
These online tests are sometimes great, but I don't think that they could test our speaking
Yeah,
correctly. They test only
no way.
passive knowledge, and in this passive knowledge, sometimes we are C1 or even better, but it is only matter of a chance, because the real thing is to test our speaking, and
Yes,
it is possible only by a human, I think.
yes, it's the best way of testing the acquiring of the language is by speaking, by
Yes.
testing the speaking.
So it's we are very happy that we have Adeline here, so she can tell how how good we are or how bad we are.
Yes, yes. What do you want to know, guys? But I noticed, Tom, you really improve a lot, Tom. Yeah, just keep going. Just keep practicing.
Do you think so? And I must say that Vidal has improved his pronunciation a lot
Really?
because
Thank you.
yeah.
Guys, have you done my my task Monday accent training? You never participate in my task challenge.
You know what, Adeline? Because I am in the other course, in the other course, and for a flap T, I am not here at the flap T. This module with flap T is not ready on my side. So when I go to this topic, I will do the task.
University, 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 city, city.
Internet.
Internet,
Internet.
internet,
Internet.
Internet,
international.
internet,
That is
20,
second.
20,
Really?
Mm-mm. Winter, winter,
Literally.
counter, counter.
Literally.
little, little,
Literally.
Little, little. Okay.
Literally.
Better, better. Daughter,
Better.
water,
daughter.
Water.
wire.
Water.
Harry Potter.
Yes, peanut butter. So
Butter.
They don't like T letter, T sound. They don't like this sound.
don't like
T.
the
It's
T,
very
the
curious and interesting
drop the
the
T,
history
the
of the
T
language.
sound, D sound. Mm-mm. And yeah, there is also a shorty, like for example, time. It's not time, but it's time, time, 10,
Oh.
2. You have to press it a little bit, your tongue.
With the air, with lot of air. Lot of air should be
Yes, yes.
very energetic. Energetic.
That is a turty sound. Turty. I haven't
Truity.
made a video that one. Maybe later on I will make another video because I have done the flop T, the silent T, and yeah, those two T sound. But the true T I haven't done yet. So maybe later I will make a video and post it in the group. How about you?
Now,
Uh-huh.
now for me, the most difficult is the and a sound, this U sound, the
Yes,
different types of U.
that is my plan, guys. This week I will make a video, the letter R sound and L sound, because usually my students, Korean students or Korean people, they always switch those sound. For example, if it's L, they pronounce R, and if it's R, they pronounce L. Like remote, they pronounce limo.
Remote.
Rabbit,
Mhm.
they pronounce labbit.
Yes.
Interchange.
Mhm.
So
Is,
it's really
is
fun.
there a R sound in Korean language, or is it not existing?
Yeah, they are always having hard time, especially my Korean students. They are having hard time to pronounce the R sound.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Itu
what is the
itu
Korea
itu
word in
song, right?
Korean language? What is
Korean,
it?
it's Hanguk. Hanguk.
So without R.
Uh, Hanguk.
Yeah.
Hanguk.
They don't have
Hey,
they
Hanmin.
don't have song, right?
Sorry?
Korean language they don't have a song, right? A song,
Yes, they don't have R sound.
a song.
That's
B
why.
sound. We don't have B sounds also.
Mm. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's why it's difficult for them.
So it's very funny. So what is the origin of the name Korea?
Korea is Goryeo, Goryeo, Goryeo. Before there,
Can you speak Korean language? Can you speak?
yeah, I can speak Korean. 안녕하세요.
Okay. Speaking.
뭐해요?
This is basis language.
Yes. 안녕하세요. 밥 먹었어요? 뭐 하고 있어요? 뭐 하고 있어요? What are you doing? 뭐 하고 있어요? You, that means kind of respect. When you are talking to a person older than you, you should use you. But if it's low, younger than you, then mohe, mohe. Mm, that means what are you doing, mohe?
You know, about this you, it's funny, but because in English language, it was also you. You were talking to somebody when you don't know his social position. You were talking you, but if you were talking about your friend or about your family member, you were talking the.
The,
And this word now is ancient, is archaic, but it is used in the prayers till now. And Shakespeare used this word, but it was differentiated. It was differentiated because you was used to the people which you don't know their position, and the was for the friends or for family members.
family member.
So it was more difficult in the ancient times. This
Ah,
English
ancient
language.
time. I see, I see. Because now,
Tam, what is your background? What is your background? Is bar?
bar,
Sorry.
your background.
Your background.
Background. It's a bar. Yeah, I am in a bar.
You been bar?
Sorry.
Now you been to bar? Now
Uh,
you was in bar?
frankly speaking, I'm not in a bar. It's an artificial background.
Virtual background.
It's real bar. It's not real bar.
No, it's a real bar, but it is in London. It's a hotel in London, and this image of this carrots. These are the soldiers of these are Egyptian soldiers which are catching after Jews. It's a biblical topic.
Mm-mm-mm.
The Jews are crossing the Red Sea and the Egyptian army are following them.
Mm-mm-mm. Guys,
Facing them.
one tip.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. One tip also I'm giving you guys, when you want to improve your accent, you have to read out loud and record your voice. And
Right.
your voice, oh, something I mispronounced, and then read again.
Record yourself
It loud.
and replay it.
Hello.
Mm-mm.
Yes, I also need to learn pronunciation from YouTube and from your YouTube and YouTube channels, and yes. Honestly, I don't know how to speak out the correctly pronunciation, sound like that. Yes. This is I know as the basically pronunciation, exactly pronunciation in my country that due to the lower education, the lower teacher, lower not influent, not how to say the excellent not don't have excellent teachers, and yes, so that's why the pronunciation is difficult for me ever. Yes, yes. Honestly, I don't know how to correctly speak out the pronunciation. Sometimes I miss the pronounce.
Mispronounce.
Yeah, yes, mispronounce somewhat. Yeah, and
But as my present teacher says, Hadar, it is not enough to listen 1,000 YouTube videos. You must say them aloud, because if you are saying them, it is more efficient that listening to them. Listening is not enough. You must say them. So it is a perfect way to listen to podcast and reading aloud transcript, for example. If you can get transcript of the video, or because you can look up for the transcript of the video, and when you can read the transcript, listening at the same time, it is the most efficient.
Yes.
Yes, much better. So
Yes.
there is a subtitle on that video, then you can listen at the same time you can read the script.
But you know,
Yeah.
subtitles are sometimes they are not very strict, and they are shortening. They are short. They are not exactly the same as the speaking. So I think it is a better way to search in Google for this movie or something, and it is possible to find exact transcript, and it is better because these subtitles are generated automatically sometimes, and they are not very strict. And
yeah, sometimes it's totally wrong.
Mhm.
Because if the was this auto generated, for example, if I made my video when I upload to my YouTube channel, then when I mispronounce, it's totally different, the subtitle. So sometimes I need to edit my subtitle, so whatever I speak
Yeah.
should be the same my subtitle.
Mhm.
Because it's totally different if you're just depending the auto generated subtitle.
And I found lately this Hadar podcast, and she made about 60 pieces of this podcast, and each podcast has a transcript. You can download it for free from her page, and I think it is perfect because she speaks not very fast, and she is clear because she is a teacher. So I think the best first stage is to train according to her podcasts.
Tam, how many languages can you speak, Tam?
Me?
Yeah.
Only two, and only one of them perfectly. I can speak only Polish and English a little.
How about you, Vidal?
I speak two half of languages,
Two.
a half Spanish and a half English. I mean, I don't speak any of them well, but my mother tongue is Spanish, and I try to learn English with you, friends. Yep.
I see.
That's it.
But you're a Spanish speaker, right? Your native language is Spanish. Yep. I see.
So why don't you? Why do you speak that you speak half Spanish?
Because we've been just given our mother tongue, but we also must improve in our mother tongue. Another tip for me when learning a foreign language is the better you are in your own language, the better you can get in a foreign language, because it is a matter, it is an issue of culture. Your culture enables and facilitates understanding, because when you continue to learn in your native language, as an example, by reading, you are only getting vocabulary that you can then learn it easier in the foreign language. That's the case. For me, I never stop finding in my way cognate words. We say cognate words are words that seem similar from English to Spanish or vice versa, and that's right. Maybe there are many cognate words.
You mean cognate words?
Cognate words mean words that you don't know, you already know their meaning in another language. Experts say that about 30% of words from Spanish to English are cognate. So that's facilitates your learning. So for me, the better you know your language, the better you are prepared to learn any
Foreign.
other foreign languages.
Okay.
Maybe from the same family of languages.
Okay, I do the opposite. Besides that, I also speak Spanish, of course, but I learning new words that I haven't learned in Spanish. So it's kind
From
of like,
English. From English.
yeah. No,
That's the
no, I haven't learned in Spanish those complicated words, right? But now I just learning from, yeah, from English.
are those cognate words so similar
Y-
in spelling?
Yeah, sometimes like
But that's but that's
I don't
but
look
that's
for them in Spanish translation. So, but yeah, sometimes, yeah, this
no,
is,
but that's the reason because those are cognate words. You can find the word. You can read it first time in English, but
yeah.
you can guess the meaning in your language and not the translation, the meaning, the general
Ah,
idea, the concept.
okay. Yeah,
Yes.
okay. All right.
I,
Sounds good.
I see, I see. Me, guys, I can speak 4 languages.
Oh,
And
Really?
no, 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 five languages actually, because I can also speak some Spanish.
Korea, Japanese, Chinese,
Korean,
right?
no, 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 just
Taiwan.
Korean, English. My native language is Cebuano, Tagalog, and a little bit Spanish. Some
Qué
Spanish.
bueno, señorita.
Señorita, señorita. Yes, but you know what, guys? I prefer to learn English compare my own dialect. Now, my own dialect is we don't really learn from my school. I just learn from my families, my relatives, but I don't really study from my school. But we have our own was this kind of Tagalog. We call that Tagalog in the Philippines because in the Philippines we have different dialect. If we don't speak Tagalog in English, then we don't understand each other. So whenever I study Tagalog, it's really frustrating for me. I barely understand and it's pretty difficult for me. I prefer to learn English compare Tagalog. Yes, because Tagalog is not my native language. Tagalog is from in Luzon, which is our was this capital city
One
in
of the capital cities.
in Manila. So mostly people there speak Tagalog, and usually their words or grammar it's pretty difficult. I hate it when I take exam, especially those grammar Tagalog. It's too difficult when you analyzing. It's much better when you learn English. So when there is what kind of papers or form, I prefer to fill up or fill out an English version, not Tagalog, because it's difficult for me to understand. So yeah, how about you guys? Which do you
I
prefer?
think Vidal is very right. Can we say it? Very right. Is he very right? And when he says that knowing our native language helps us to learn another language, because sometimes we don't even know that some words could exist, and if we know them in our native language, we can look for them for the cognate words in the other language. But if we don't know that they exist at all, how we can look for them
It's
in
double
another?
difficult.
Yeah.
Double.
Yeah, I think so.
And I have to boast myself before you that for real I know half of the Russian language, because I have been learning Russian language for about 12 years in my elementary school, in middle school, and in the university. But I wasn't very enthusiastic about this language because it was it was a language of the occupant, because my country was occupied at this time by Soviet Union, and I didn't like to learn this language, and now I I it's a pity for me that I didn't get the occasion to learn this language, because it is very useful to know another language. And when I sometimes when I listen to podcasts in English, it's kind of new world opening for me. It's a new reality, because sometimes I can learn such as things that couldn't be available for me in another way. Lately, for example, I was listening to the conversation. This Hadar teacher was talking with American coach. He was coaching politics and actors and businessmen to talk, how to talk efficiently, how to speak up, how to present in public. And it was very interesting, this content of this conversation, how to and he was talking about my experience, because here I was explaining how I invented my way of talking in public, and it was like that when I am in front of the many people, when I have to talk to many people, I choose one person from the audience to which I am talking especially, and I observe the reaction of this person, if she gets what I am talking about or not. And it is easier for me to interact, because it is not possible to interact with the whole audience. It is much easier to interact with one person. I can choose from this one person to the another after some time, but it's always easier. And he, as a coach, as a professional, he told that this way is exactly the way which he recommends to the professional speakers also, to choose one person in the audience and to check if this person gets what I am talking about. So that's for me.
You guys be long speak. You can now you have to speak on the test talk.
Yeah, so you
Thanks.
Yeah, you know what, guys, before also I taught adult conversation class. I had 30 students in one classroom. That was my first
Yeah, good.
experience
Congratulations.
to teach
30
adults. 30 people in one classroom. So that was my first time, so I feel really nervous and worried. But anyway, I'm a teacher, so
And is there a best student or the younger student in your class?
older, like you guys.
University.
Yeah, most of them are professionals, teachers, or
older but younger.
higher professional.
Is the Zoom class or in the live class?
What do you mean? In one
it was live.
Yeah,
it was live.
Physical.
So I need to use mic, because there were many people inside the classroom. If I don't use mic, they can't hear me, so I need to use mic. So my heart beating so fast. I was so nervous. That was my first time, but I handle it. And then I need to be confident, because I'm a teacher, and then they are my students. So was so anyway, what I did was I asked their name one by one. I feel like relieved. So when you talk to huge amount of audience, yeah, I totally agree with you, Tom, that you have to talk one person, not everyone. So yeah, what I did was ask them one by one their names. So later on they catch up, and I can feel that, oh, I'm feel relieved. And then yes, we're getting to know each other. And then yeah, I handle the situation anyway.
Mhm.
Those nervousness is not easy, guys, when you speak a huge amount of people, especially
Mm.
you don't really used to it. So yeah, you
Mhm.
should find something that you feel that you don't feel like when your audience watching you, oh, you seems like doing awkward. So you should aware of this awkwardness.
Yeah, and they can hear anything right from the mic. How
Yeah,
you breathe.
when your sound is like vibrating because you're shaking.
Yeah, you hear anything.
But anyway,
Oh,
I talk to myself. I am a teacher, so I should be a boss. So
confidence.
yeah, so you should be confident. Don't let
Mm.
your fear, your nervousness to was this beat you in that situation.
But at the moment, when what how much you has experienced at the time you are the first time, or so you may be nervous in the first time. I mean, because this is
That was my first class anyway. That was my first class,
yeah
and
sure.
then I didn't know that there were 30 people in my class. So I surprised. I thought there were
Mm.
only 10 people because my manager told me, no, no, maybe 10% is okay. But I surprised, what? There are many people enroll my class. So it's not easy, guys. So you should know how to handle those awkwardness. And yes, I love it because I that was my first time to teach here in Korea for adults, because usually I teach elementary to middle school to high school, but most of them are professionals. And yeah, I worried my English anyway. Maybe they
Uh,
are better than I. So but anyway, they're my students. So I talk to myself, I need to be confident enough. So was a good
Okay.
train anyway, was a great experience. How about you guys? What can you share your experience?
I want to say that I became a teacher like lately. Like it's not the English teacher, of course, right? So
Mm-mm.
I just got one student from the countryside, right? He was really shy, so that was quite easy, right? They
Yeah.
were like uh, virtual classes, right? It was just like talk with someone, and he was totally lost because he didn't have enough knowledge, right? So it was quite easy. Like I just talked with this person. Is still a beginner, so yeah, I handled quite easy. I was lucky. It
You're
was
lucky.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because you don't really feel nervous because you feel
Thank
I'm superior
yeah.
than her.
Yeah,
Than
and
him.
thanks COVID-19 for the virtual classes. Thanks. That is more easy, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
just do a video call.
Mm-mm. Exactly. Anyway, guys, our first meeting here in Zoom, on Zoom. Me too, I felt nervous for the first time, but later on, by little, I get used to it. So now I'm more confident handling our conversation.
You are doing great. Exactly.
mm.
Yeah. Yeah, because of you guys, because of your support. Anyway, talking to a huge conversation is not easy because, especially, you don't know your participants, so you should have enough confidence. How could you handle your members? Mm. Sometimes I lost my thought when I'm going to say because I feel nervous.
Mhm.
But yes, but when you keep doing it, then you get used to it, then you feel like it's like seems like easy as pie, a piece of cake. But anyway,
Okay.
we only have 2 minutes left. So after this session finish, we don't do another session.
Uh,
We don't talk really our our topic, guys. Anyway, you can share anything. We don't need to depend all the time our topic. Whatever you want to share, then you can share. At least you're speaking.
Okay, I want to say something quick. Do
Mm-mm.
you sing before speak?
Sing,
Think,
think.
think about the words before
No,
speak?
no, no, not really. For me, guys,
No?
I just
You
speak
don't have to.
whatever comes in my mind, actual conversation. I don't really think what I'm going to say because if I think and then it's feel like I'm lost my thought and then the awkward is it's there because sometimes I lost my thought and I have to think. So whenever I have a conversation with you, I don't really think what I'm going to say. Just say it, whatever comes in my mind, and sometimes.
Okay.
How about you? Do you think first?
Yep, sometime.
Ah,
Well, um, with the month of October, we're going to work differently. We're going to challenge you not to think before speaking, not to think, and we are going to make exercises in which we have to respond a little bit faster, little bit with no time to elaborate or to think about it. We have the right to say pass to the next, but the idea is we can avoid thinking before speaking
of course. Yeah.
It will be
as a
freaky
way to
helpful.
become fluent.
Yeah, yeah. You have to speak spontaneously. Yes, guys. Oh, less than 1 minute. It's time for bye-bye.
It's thanks, Adeline,
Thank
once
you, you
more. It
all.
was great.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
yeah,
much.
yeah. Thank you so much,
Appreciate
guys.
that.
I'll see you in the group, Vidal. You can post your main task on Monday. We'll wait for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for showing up, and I'll see you around.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Thank
Have a good
you.
night.
Have a good day. Have a good day also.
Yes. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.